One critical component of self-defense training is the proper use of cover and concealment, which can be broken down into three basic steps: definition, identification, and orientation. The first step is to define cover and concealment. Cover is essentially anything in your given environment that can protect you from a bullet being fired at you, while concealment is anything that can conceal or hide you without giving you any protection. The second step is to identify cover and concealment in your given environment. And today, in order to demonstrate this concept, I'm going to use a vehicle. A vehicle is made up of a lot of parts, some of which are cover and some of which are concealment. The engine block under the hood would be considered excellent cover because the amount of hard metal concentrated into a single location. In addition, around the wheel is also considered adequate cover, although it's much smaller. The majority of the rest of the vehicle, such as doors and the body, are typically considered concealment and will not provide you with any protection. The third step in the proper use of cover and concealment is determining how to orient yourself around your cover or concealment in order to provide yourself with the maximum amount of protection. As a general rule, we want to position what we have identified as cover between the threat and ourselves. If the threat is out here, right now I have successfully positioned the cover, being the engine block of the vehicle, between the threat and myself. In addition, if possible, we don't want to crowd our cover. Crowding your cover is where you position your body too close to the cover, which will both unnecessarily expose our body to the threat and prohibit movement if necessary. So you can see right now I'm crowding my cover. The upper half of my body is exposed and I'm limiting my movement. I cannot move down or to the right if I needed to. A better option is to back off the cover, increasing your mobility and reducing your target signature or exposure to the threat. So right now I've backed off my cover, I've reduced my exposure to the threat downrange, and I have the ability to move down, right, or left if necessary. While there are specific situations where crowding your cover is necessary, as a general rule, we want to avoid it. Concealment can also be an effective tool, particularly from an offensive standpoint. If I've identified a threat, I can use concealment to effectively engage that threat without ever giving up my location. So if I position myself behind the vehicle like this, I'm not getting any protection from the back portion of the vehicle, but I am still concealed. So I can engage that threat from the point of concealment without ever having to expose myself to the threat. For more training and tips, check us out at psdefense.com.